Right now in California politics, homelessness is a huge talking point. So let's talk about how we got to where we're at. So in 1980, President Jimmy Carter, who was a Democrat, signed into law the Mental Health Systems Act. And basically, this was the federal government funding community mental health centers across the United States. And the point of this act was to reach people across the United States and offer them help at the community level before they got to crisis level. Instead of leaving it to the states, responsibility, the federal government was stepping in to help. But then, just 4 months later, we have a new president, President Ronald Reagan. He was a Republican. And basically, as soon as he took office, he started to disassemble Jimmy Carter's mental health plan. And by August of that year, so 1 year later after being signed, it's basically gutted. And states got 75 to 80% less money than what they were promised by the federal government. There were no community centers built, not one. And because Ronald Reagan gutted this mental health plan, hospitals basically told patients, you got to get out of here. They were not released into clinics or a place that offered follow-up care or crisis care. There was no safety net. They basically released people into the streets. And the streets became the hospital. And of those patients that they released onto the streets, 50 to 60% of them had schizophrenia. They had no shelter, no treatment, and no plan. Not at all. In 2023, the amount of psychiatric hospital beds that we had to offer people with mental health issues hit a low. We had 10.8 hospital beds for every 100,000 Americans. And by January of 2024, well, we've now got 771,000 Americans across the United States that are unhoused. And 1 out of 5 of them is living on the streets with serious mental illness. And in the general population of people, there's only 1% of us that have schizophrenia. But when it comes to people living on the streets, 20% of them have schizophrenia. And to this day, there's around 2 million people with serious mental illnesses that are booked into jails every single year. And nearly 2 out of 5 of those people that are booked into jails have mental health issues. Prisons were not designed for mental health issues. They were designed to punish people. They were not designed to help heal the brain. Exactly what this says. I live here in Los Angeles, and we have unhoused people everywhere. And I actually know somebody whose dad is schizophrenic. He was 27 years old when he was diagnosed. He was already married and he had 4 children. And my friend's mom stayed married to him well into his 70s so that she could care for him. And if he wasn't on his medicine, he was on the street, even though he had a loving, amazing family.